Hi, friends. It's Miss Cathy from the Mary L. Cook Public Library. Welcome to Storytime. Can you tell that I'm not wearing my usual library t-shirt? What am I wearing? If you said pajamas, you are absolutely right. I'm in my pajamas today for Storytime. Do you like to wear pajamas and have a story read to you before you go to bed? Well, our story time this week is all about bedtime. We're going to share some books together and do some finger plays and activities all about bedtime. Sometimes it's hard to go to bed when you're not sleepy. We're going to have a story about that and Little Bulldozer. We also have a story about Don't Wake the Dragon. I know you're going to enjoy these stories and activities with me today. So, if you're ready, open and shut them, open and shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open and shut them, open and shut them. Fold them in your lap, lap, lap. Our first story is called Don't Wake the Dragon, written by Bianca Schulze, illustrated by Samara Hardy, and published by Clever Publishing. Shh, be very, very quiet. I just put the most rascally dragon to sleep. So turn the page very slowly, and whatever you do, don't wake her up. Oh no! When the page turned, the breeze blew the door shut with a bang. Quick, check to see if the dragon is still sleeping. Whew. Say shh 3 times as you turn the page very carefully. Shh, shh, shh. Oops! The cooks in the castle's kitchen dropped some pots and pans. Clink, clank, clash. Hey, cooks, if you wake the dragon, you take the dragon. Let's see if she's still sleeping. Stroke her scales gently along her back and turn the page without making a sound. Oh no! Now the noisy knights next door are celebrating a birthday very loudly. Knock on their door. Knock, knock, knock. Sing happy birthday with them. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you. Help blow out the candles. Do a quick dance. Wiggle, jiggle, giggle. Now politely ask them to keep the noise down. I don't think they can hear you. Try tapping on this drum. Boom, bang, boom, bang. That did the trick. Ask them one more time to please keep the noise down. And we better check to see if the dragon is still sleeping. Good, she's still asleep. Gently rock the book from side to side. The entire kingdom is quiet now. It's time for us to sleep too. Oh no. She woke up. What should we do? Maybe we should stroke her scales. She's still awake? Do you think dragons love lullabies? Let's find out. Sing along. Dragon, dragon, close your eyes. Time to listen to lullabies. Tuck your tail and rest your scales. Dream of fire-breathing dragon tales. Dragon, dragon, time to sleep. Lay so still, don't make a peep. Excellent. It's working. Lay your head on the pillow. Tuck yourself in. Be very still and say shh 3 more times. Now close the book very gently. Shh, shh, shh. Whatever you do, don't wake the dragon. It's time for our first activity about 5 little llamas. So we're going to need our fingers for this finger play. And it's going to start out with, said this little llama, I'm as tired as can be. Then we'll hold up our second finger, said this little llama, my eyes can hardly see. Our next finger for 3, said this little llama, I'd like to go to bed. Said this little llama, I want to rest my head. Said this little llama, come climb the stairs with me, and then we're going to count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They tiptoed just as still as can be. All right, let's go ahead and try our finger play together. Said this little llama, I'm as tired as can be. Said this little llama, my eyes can hardly see. Said this little llama, I'd like to go to bed. Said this little llama, I want to rest my head. Said this little llama, come climb the stairs with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They tiptoed just as still as can be. Well, let's get ready for our next story. Bedtime for Little Bulldozer by Elise Broach. Illustrated by Barry E. Jackson. Published by Henry Holt and Company. Little Bulldozer was finally ready for bed. He'd taken a bath with help from his mother. He'd brushed his teeth with help from his father. And together they had checked all of his fluid levels. Now his mother and father kissed him and hugged him and said good night. Time for bed, they told him. He tried his best to go quietly up the stairs. Vroom, vroom. Little Bulldozer was all ready for bed. There was just one problem. He wasn't sleepy at all. He was too hot, so he used his blade to push off his covers. Then he thought he heard something under the bed, so he decided to have a look. Creak! Bump! Shoo! There was nothing underneath except his stuffed animals. Little Bulldozer's mother and father came running into the room. Little Bee, they cried, what happened? You should be asleep. They helped Little Bulldozer fix his bed. Then they kissed him and hugged him and said good night. Little Bulldozer lay in the dark, quiet room. He still wasn't sleepy. In fact, he was a little chilly. So he shoveled his stuffed animals on top of the bed, making it comfy and cozy. Good. Now he was warm again, but he still wasn't the least bit sleepy. He turned on his headlights and found a book to read. Luckily, it was his favorite book. It was such a good book that little Bulldozer got very excited and honked his horn a few times. Honk, honk, honk. His mother and father rushed into the room. Little Bee, that's too loud. Why aren't you asleep yet? He was so thirsty, so they gave him some oil. His cab was cold, so they put on his nightcap. Then they kissed him and hugged him and said good night. Little Bulldozer lay in the dark, quiet room, still not sleepy. He could hear his mother and father in the living room. He decided to tiptoe downstairs to see what they were doing. Crunch! Bang! Wham! They weren't as happy to see him as he had hoped. Little Bee, it is time for bed, said his mother. No more stalling, said his father. Little Bulldozer lay in the dark, quiet room. He tried to go to sleep. He really did. But something still wasn't quite right. He was lonely. Suddenly, he knew exactly what to do. He scooped up his blanket and his stuffed animals and rumbled down the hall until he came to the room where his sisters were sleeping. He cleared a place for himself on the floor. And there, in the safe, crowded dark, to the hum of his own engine, little Bulldozer fell asleep. Well, it's time to get some wiggles out. So if you want to stand up right where you are at home, we're going to do a familiar rhyme, teddy bear, teddy bear. You might even know this one. Let's go through the words and the motions. It starts teddy bear, turn around. So we'll just turn right around. Teddy bear, touch the ground. Just bend over and touch the ground. Teddy bear, show your shoe. Well, I have a slipper, but you can hold up your shoe if you're wearing one. Teddy bear, I love you. Teddy bear, climb the stairs. Teddy bear, brush your hair. Teddy bear, turn out the light. Teddy bear, say good night. So those are the motions and the words, and let's try our rhyme together. Teddy bear, turn around. Teddy bear, touch the ground. Teddy bear, show your shoe. Teddy bear, I love you. Teddy bear, climb the stairs. Teddy bear, brush your hair. Teddy bear, turn out the light. Teddy bear, say good night. Well, we're ready for another story. Bedtime in the Jungle by John Butler, published by Peachtree. It was sunset in the jungle, and the sky was streaked with red. The animals were calling. It was nearly time for bed. It was bedtime in the jungle, and the day was almost done. A rhino lay down quietly next to her baby, One. Sleep, said her mother. I'll sleep, said the one. And they slept in the jungle as the day was almost done. It was bedtime in the jungle, and the stream was shining blue. A monkey made a bed for her babies too. Rest, said their mother. We'll rest, said the two. And they rested in their bed by the stream shining blue. It was bedtime in the jungle,
and beneath a shady tree, a leopard tucked her paws around her babies 3. Snuggle, said their mother. We'll snuggle, said the 3, and they snuggled up together beneath the shady tree. It was bedtime in the jungle, and the sun glowed no more. A wolf nuzzled noses with her babies 4. Nestle, said their mother. We'll nestle, said the 4, and they nestled in their den as the sun glowed no more. It was bedtime in the jungle, and the moon would soon arrive. A tiger gently licked all her babies 5. Quiet, said their mother. We'll be quiet, said the 5, and they slowly closed their eyes as the moon would soon arrive. It was bedtime in the jungle, and in a nest of sticks, a peahen smoothed the feathers of her babies 6. Hush, said their mother. We'll hush, said the 6, and they hushed side by side in their nest made of sticks. It was bedtime in the jungle, and the stars shone in heaven. A wild pig snuffled softly round her babies 7. Settle, said their mother. We'll settle, said the 7, and they all settled down as the stars shone in heaven. It was bedtime in the jungle, and the hour was getting late. A duck gave kisses to her babies 8. Cuddle, said their mother. We'll cuddle, said the 8, and they cuddled close to Mama as the hour was getting late. It was bedtime in the jungle, and the moon began to shine. A crocodile was lazing with her babies 9. Snooze, said their mother. We'll snooze, said the 9, and they all snoozed together as the moon began to shine. It was bedtime in the jungle, and by the river bend, elephants were gathering with their babies 10. Dream, said their mothers. We'll dream, said the 10, and they all dreamed beneath the stars down by the river bend. It was nighttime in the jungle, and the moon shone full and bright. All the jungle babies were safely sleeping tight.
Well, we're ready for another action rhyme. So if you want to stand up right where you are at home, we'll go through the words and the motions, and it's all about the moon. So it starts out, we're going to put our arms over our head, big yellow moon, shines so bright. Then we're just going to move back and forth, glides across the starry night. Looks down at me, so we'll just take our hand as though the moon is looking down, looks down at me, asleep in bed, whispers good night, sleepy head. Then back to our big yellow moon. Your turn is done. So we'll just lower our arms. Here comes Mr. Morning Sun. I wake up. Oh, we'll stretch. I wake up. You go to bed. Sleep well, moon, you sleepy head. Soon he is up and dressed and awake, ready for fun and play all day. And we'll clap 3 times at the end. All right, those are the motions about Mr. Moon, and those are the words. Let's go ahead and say our rhyme together. Big yellow moon shines so bright, glides across the starry night, looks down at me, asleep in bed, whispers, good night, sleepy head. Big yellow moon, your turn is done. Here comes Mr. Morning Sun. I wake up. You go to bed. Sleep well, moon, you sleepy head. Soon he is up and dressed and awake, ready for fun and play all day. Great job! We have time for one last story.
Shh, Everybody's Sleeping by Julie Marks, illustrated by David Parkins, published by Harper Collins. The teacher is sleeping. School's done for the day. The librarian is sleeping. Books put away. The policeman is sleeping. Everything is all right. The fireman is sleeping. No sirens tonight. The doctor is sleeping. Everyone feels well. The grocer is sleeping. Food's ready to sell. The postman is sleeping. Delivered the mail. The farmer is sleeping. Hay's in a bale. The baker is sleeping. Bread has been baked. The gardener is sleeping. Yards have been raked. The zookeeper's sleeping. The animals are too. Even the president's sleeping with so much to do. And you know who should be sleeping just like the sun? Good night, sleep tight, my sweet little one.
Well, our time together is over. Are you in your pajamas? Are you ready for bed? I know I'm in my pajamas, but it's not quite my bedtime yet. And if you're not sleepy, maybe you can enjoy another book or two before it's time for you to say goodnight. Thank you so much for joining me for our stories and our activities together, all about bedtime. We continue to have curbside pickup only. Our hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if you'd like some books about bedtime or the moon, you can let Miss Cathy know. We'll gather some books together and call you when they're ready to be picked up. Well, it is time to say goodbye, so let's tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, turn around, and tickle your nose. Reach down low, reach up high. Story time's over, so wave goodbye. Goodbye and good night. See you the next time.